What is the #1 altcoin opportunity of 2022-2023? Would you like to learn why this cryptocurrency could deliver incredible multipliers on your investment, turning $1,000 into $100,000, and if you hold long enough, maybe even $1 million? Now, a disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor and all cryptocurrency investments are risky. Do not buy without doing your own research, and all views and predictions expressed in this video are personal opinion and for educational purposes. If you love what you learn about this cryptocurrency, then make sure you smash a like on it and share it out to other people in the cryptocurrency community, because by doing so, you increase knowledge to all about what this #1 opportunity is. Now, this #1 cryptocurrency, in my opinion, features a multitude of incredible benefits. First of all, it is the potential mass adoption cryptocurrency. It could be the project that brings the masses into cryptocurrency because it is entirely based around Web3. And Web3 is creating a decentralized internet that allows you to use cryptocurrencies to pay for services online. Now, this project is the beginning of blockchain singularity, finishing blockchain silos. If you want to invest in Ethereum-based assets, you have to use Ethereum only. If you want to invest in Binance assets, you have to use Binance Smart Chain only. But this is going to completely end blockchain silos and interconnect all blockchains. It's decentralized, meaning it is run by the hodlers. It's run by the community. And this provides unlimited reach for developers. At the moment, if you're developing a decentralized app, or dApp, as they're called in cryptocurrency, then you have to make it specific to a blockchain. So you make an Ethereum dApp, or a Binance dApp, or a Solana dApp. But this project allows people to create dApps for multiple and all chains, therefore giving unlimited reach and unlimited revenue opportunity for developers. It's got green scalability, so it's not going to be harmful to the environment with lots of mining hardware. This is a proof of stake cryptocurrency, which means that the community that hodls this cryptocurrency stakes it, and that is what maintains the network. It boasts 1 to 3 cent transaction fees. Now, if you have interacted with Ethereum, then you will typically be paying anything from $50 to $300. Interacting with this project and using this project to interact with Ethereum will bring your transaction fees down to 1 to 3 cents. This is looking to scale up to 100K to 1.5 million transactions per second once they have optimized their technology, which is going to come in time. This is only a 5-month-old project, and it's in the very early stages of adoption and network effect. What leads to fantastic gains for a cryptocurrency is network effect and adoption. The more projects that get on board that particular blockchain gives that blockchain value. This is why Matic and why Solana have ended up growing into the top 10 cryptocurrencies. But this is like getting into Solana back in late 2020 and getting into Matic back in mid-2019. The use cases for this project are gargantuan. This project can grow through the onboarding of projects including DeFi projects, DAOs, decentralized social media, NFTs, gaming, metaverse, stablecoins, supply chain, memes, and there are tons of other classifications of cryptocurrency that can build with this project. Now, each one of these different categories, every time they are onboarded onto this project, it is going to give this project even more inherent value. Now, the VCs behind it are Binance, Coinbase, Arrington XRP, Fenbushi, and these are the premier tier investors amongst many influential and reputable VCs that have invested in this project. Now, why are VCs important? For two reasons. Number one, for funding. If a project is going to last for multiple cycles in cryptocurrency, multiple bear and bull markets, and still be around in 5 or even 10 years, they need funding, and funding from the premier tier investors, of which 4 of them are contained here. The other reason is because Binance and Coinbase are the most used exchanges for retail investors. So that means that when this is listed, and it's already listed on Binance, but it's not yet listed on Coinbase, then this is going to be opened up to the wide-scale masses. There are only 100 dApps built on this project in multi-narrative fields. Now, there are thousands built on Ethereum, thousands built on Binance Smart Chain, and this is the reason why these projects are in the top 5 cryptocurrencies, because they have already got thousands of dApps built in it. The more dApps that are there, therefore, the more roads and the more infrastructure that has been mapped out on those blockchains, and as a result of that, it's very difficult for them to die. They still can die, we've seen that happen with Terra Luna, but it reduces the risk of them dying. At this present moment, this project has only got 100 dApps on it, meaning it's in the very early stages of being a Binance Smart Chain, being an Ethereum. And this is in multi-narrative fields, showing the capabilities of this particular infrastructure. There are 200,000 plus wallets that have been created on this particular network. Again, that is showing 2 things. Number one, that there's fantastic early adoption, but number 2, that it is miles away from where Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain is. Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum have got upwards of 3 million wallets. So what 200,000 wallets shows is that there is an initial adoption, there is initial excitement, people believe in this, but it's still a long way away from being anywhere near as adopted as the more mainstay blockchains that exist today, and therefore better multiplier opportunity. It's a deflationary cryptocurrency. All fees received for this network, 80% of them are burnt. 80% of gas fees are burnt. That means that over time it's got a deflationary element that allows for demand to overtake supply. It's EVM compatible. That means Ethereum Virtual Machine. That means if you've already created an Ethereum dApp, something that runs on Ethereum currently, you can make it compatible with this particular project and to the networks of this project and that this project hosts. So EVM compatibility is very, very strong in terms of being able to get decent onboarding and quick onboarding of projects. So Matic was EVM compatible. As a result of that, it's grown into being one of the biggest infrastructures and communities in all of cryptocurrency. So EVM compatibility is very useful and beneficial. It's providing scalability for Ethereum. So Polygon has exploded from being a tiny, minuscule microcap to one of the top 10 cryptocurrencies. It's recently fallen out, but it went into the top 10 because it scaled Ethereum. It allowed Ethereum to be cheaper and run faster. But how it worked is that it essentially took transactions off of Ethereum, settled them off-chain, and then put them back onto Ethereum. Whereas this project scales Ethereum natively. It essentially copies the Ethereum blockchain and it scales up the transactions taking place, whether that be trading transactions or NFT transactions. So this is going to essentially be layer 1.5. So where Polygon is layer 2, this project is layer 1.5 because you don't need to take transactions off of Ethereum. It will scale it up naturally. It's widely available. So that means that it's not going to suffer from poor liquidity. That means it's going to be able to grow its community much quicker once this cryptocurrency gets up and running. It's a 700th of a price of Ethereum. Now, considering the technological capabilities of this, both in transactions per second, both in being greener, both in scalability and transaction fees, being 700th of the price of Ethereum, considering this is an Ethereum killer, makes this potentially the opportunity of a lifetime. To get where Ethereum is right now, and that is having dropped over 60%, this would be a 700x. If this was to get to where Ethereum has gotten to as an all-time high, this would be more like 1400x. And that is looking at where Ethereum is now, not looking at where Ethereum is in the next 5 to 10 years. In 5 to 10 years, Ethereum will more than likely be 5 to 6 times, if not more, bigger than it is right now. Therefore meaning that being only 700th the price of Ethereum now doesn't mean that this is a static target. It's got incredibly wide token utility. Why most coins fail in cryptocurrency is because they have either no utility or a utility that isn't worth buying it for. But if you want to use the network, of which, as you can see, there's 200,000 wallets, and it is going to be exploring multi-chain capabilities, then this is going to be a token to need to have. It's going to be used for gas. And this is going to be providing the smart contract ecosystem or the smart contract technology for Polkadot. Polkadot is a layer 0 technology. It allows it to be plugged into other blockchains to allow it to operate better. However, you cannot build apps on Polkadot, and that's where this project comes in. If you want to build an app for Polkadot, of which you will be able to benefit from the fantastic technology of Polkadot, the relay chains and the parachains, then you need to get your dApps on Polkadot, and this is the smart contract layer for Polkadot. Now, they have already started onboarding major projects, okay? So not your rubbish projects no one ever heard of. They have onboarded Sushi, which is a decentralized exchange. They are onboarding Uniswap. So Uniswap version 3 is an Ethereum-based decentralized exchange. So if you are wanting to buy directly from your web browser, if you're wanting to buy Ethereum-based assets with a decentralized exchange where you still have ownership of your funds, you use Uniswap. But that only allows you to buy Ethereum-based projects. But they are going to be partnering with this project in order to bring multi-chain assets. So you can essentially trade any asset across any blockchain on Uniswap, therefore making Uniswap even bigger. Plus MetaMask, Chainlink and Curve. And there are many other DeFi projects, decentralized exchanges and AMMs building on this project. But these are the most major ones, showing that if the most major projects in cryptocurrency are coming to this project, then it's very, very likely that the smaller projects are going to follow suit, because money follows money. There is currently a 20% APR as standard. So if you stake the tokens of this particular network, you will be getting a 20% return just for staking them, and that maintains the network. There are other platforms that allow you to get as much as 90%, such as Binance. But if you want to use the official staking channel, then you get 20%. So essentially, over the course of a year, if you've got $1,000 worth of coins, you're going to get $200 worth of free coins over the course of a year. The current price is $1.23. What I love about prices like this is that it's easy to be able to explore multiples on this number, because it's very close to $1. So that means if it goes to $2.50, that's a 2x. If it goes to $12, it's a 10x, etc. However, I am not necessarily looking to buy at its current price, although I started to buy and this is my average price. But I think there's going to be better opportunities to buy this over the course of 2 years, hence why I call it the altcoin opportunity of 2022 and 2023. My target price for this is going to be 25 to 50 cents. Where we are now is in a bit of a limbo. We don't know if we have hit the top of the cryptocurrency market for this cycle. If we have, then the only way is down. And if the only way is down, before the next halving, which is happening in June 2024, then that means that this cryptocurrency is likely to crumble in terms of its coin price and its market cap. Therefore, I am going to be targeting buying this coin at 50 cents. Now, the IDO for this cryptocurrency was 25 cents. So as you can see right now, we are pretty much just 5x from its IDO price, which is still a fantastic opportunity for a project this strong. However, this is where I would look to optimize the bear market in order to be able to get this for essentially the same price, if not slightly cheaper than those that got it at IDO got it. And my target price for this in the future is $100. So if I am able to get it for 50 cents, that would equal a 200x. If I was able to get it for 25 cents, that would be a 400x. So I am hoping to bring my cost average down, right down, as low as this gets. And the lower it goes, the higher the amount of fiat I will invest in it. So what is this cryptocurrency? I have spoken about it for nearly 20 minutes. What is it? It is Moonbeam. Moonbeam Network. This cryptocurrency has only just come out, and this could be the powerhouse of the future and the investment that everyone benefits from. Moonbeam is looking to be the multi-chain, interconnected network behind all blockchains. If you're looking to build an app where people can pay for services using cryptocurrency, using any of the blockchains, this network is the one that's going to provide that interconnectivity for dApps. As a dApp developer, you stand to gain a lot from building on Moonbeam, and as a result of that, projects that are currently out have an incentive to be able to come to this network to provide their apps across multiple chains and therefore be traded across these multiple chains. So it's Ethereum compatible, and that is very important because Ethereum at this present time is the second most valuable cryptocurrency at $250 billion valuation. Now, this is easily going to be worth over trillions of dollars in the future. And the fact that Moonbeam is essentially looking to open out Ethereum and open out technology to Ethereum's customers means they are letting themselves in for a hell of a lot of money flow coming into this project. And they allow you to build dApps using recognized smart contract languages. So if you've already built an app for Ethereum using Solidity, which is essentially the programming language, you do not need to rewrite it for Moonbeam. So, how to give you a good world example of this, I used to create apps for the Apple App Store. Now, in order to make it compatible with the Android store, I had to write in a completely different language, and that caused a lot of time and effort. And if I was paying somebody to do it, it cost a lot of money as well. So essentially what this is allowing is for seamless integration for most blockchains to use this technology because they are utilizing the familiar smart contract languages. That means that dApps across most chains will be able to integrate with Moonbeam. You pay transaction fees with GLMR. GLMR is the token, so GLMR. So this is the gas fee cryptocurrency, exactly like what Ethereum is. You need Ethereum to pay for gas. You always need to have Ethereum in your wallet if you are trading Ethereum-based assets or using Ethereum-based protocols or even minting NFTs on Ethereum like that of OpenSea. So, Ethereum is almost the center of the smart contract microcosm, and it has shown the proof of concept that Ethereum is highly utilized and there's incredible money flow in Ethereum because it is the gas currency. You need it. So $12 billion in daily volume. And that is because at the center of its token utility is it's used as gas. So it's the same with Moonbeam. Essentially, if you are wanting to have the fast transaction times and the incredible transaction speed and be able to scale your apps, even on Ethereum, you are going to need GLMR as the gas currency. Now, I made a transaction on Moonbeam just earlier, and this was the cost of the transaction. 3 cents. And this was to bridge one blockchain cryptocurrency over to Moonbeam. So that shows you the incredible price that you are able to benefit from interacting with Moonbeam. Now, one of the objections to Moonbeam, why people say that they don't like Moonbeam, is the circulating supply. So if I just show you that, essentially, this is the circulating supply, which is just over $250 million. So they've got 272.9 million tokens in circulation with a max supply of just over 1 billion. So people don't like that this circulating supply grows so much, and there is a reason why. You know, basically people do not want long-term dilution of the coin. However, most of the dilution has taken place. So early investors that invested in Moonbeam, when Moonbeam was over $15, its market cap was $1 billion. But they essentially unlocked a lot of the tokens for people that got in at the IDO, and this is what enabled the price to go down from, it went over $20, in some cases $40, and essentially spiked all the way down because people were selling for a profit because they bought it for 25 cents. That is fantastic because now, not only have we diluted the supply with a lot of the existing holders, but a lot of the existing holders have sold. If they weren't interested in it and wanted to flip it for a quick buck, that means they have now gone. All right, and now what we are left with are the die-hard hodlers, the people who saw the opportunity early and will never let go. And those are the people that we want in the community because they provide the foundation for this cryptocurrency to grow. So we've gotten rid of all the lettuce hands, or most of them. Over the coming period for cryptocurrency, I anticipate that we are going to have 2 bigger bottoming events from where we are now. Now, this is purely an illustration. This is where the price could go in the near future, or at least till the next halving in June 2024. Meaning that we're probably going to have another big test of those strong hands. Maybe they're going to sell. Maybe they still believe in the project, but they want to sell so that they can buy it down cheaper. And that is where this bottoming event will probably take the price down of Moonbeam down to about 50 cents. Then I imagine, this is again is just conjecture, that we could have a bullish market towards the end of 2022 that then leads to a recession in 2023 and the final bottom just before the halving in 2024. So we should have a good 18-month period between the beginning of 2023 and the halving in 2024, where the cryptocurrencies basically flush out the weak hands and we can potentially get Moonbeam even cheaper than the IDO price. Because I imagine that the recession is going to cause for a lot of bloodshed, a lot of panic. People are not going to be able to hold on because they're going to want to cash out into fiat and maybe buy down when we have hit a bottom. And as a result of that, Moonbeam could go down to anything from 30 cents, 20 cents, 10 cents, even 5 cents. If it goes down to 1 cent, I'm buying the lot. I am buying the lot. If you're not buying the lot, I am buying the lot. Because Moonbeam is where I want to have the majority of all my fiat in. I want to consolidate all of my projects into this one cryptocurrency. And that is a big risk for me. But I really truly believe this could be one of the biggest projects in cryptocurrency. In addition to the positives, there are some potential negatives that you need to be aware of if you were looking to invest. Number one, it's got 5% inflation per year. Now, this is actually on par with what Ethereum used to be, but they have rapidly reduced their inflation, which over the course of time, Moonbeam may do. Now, the reason for the inflation is to A, continue to pay for the parachain slot for the security of the network, plus they are also paying out its stakers with rewards, and that is where the inflation comes from. Then there is also high competition. Because this is in the blockchain and infrastructure field, there are lots of blockchains in competition with Moonbeam, and there may be parachains in the future, such as Akala. However, Moonbeam is widely recognized as the parachain of Polkadot that is going to be enabling for smart contract development and multi-chain development using Polkadot's technology. Additionally, Moonbeam, because of its multi-chain focus, I think makes it more unique than other Ethereum killers looking to be the blockchains of the future. And also its Web3 focus. As far as the team is concerned, there is no Charles Hoskinson, there is no Gavin Wood, there is no necessarily well-known figurehead like Richard Hart that's full of personality, that's got 200,000 subscribers on their YouTube channel like Charles Hoskinson and Richard Hart do. But then again, neither did Sandeep as the founder of Polygon. And I said this about Polygon when I analysed it before. The technology, I think, is strong enough to be able to withstand the fact that you don't know necessarily who is behind it from the team perspective. I would say that because they've managed to secure investment from Coinbase, Binance, Fenbushi and Arrington XRP, there's certainly a lot of confidence that this team can deliver. And they launched at the end of the bull cycle potentially. If we were to be going on that assumption, there is now a potential period of 18 months where it's got to suffer bearish times. Could it die in that time? Again, I think this is going to be a time of having patience, waiting for the money flow to re-find Moonbeam, and by that time, hopefully they've built up quite a large ecosystem that it will negate the negativity beforehand and have a fantastic rise come 2024, 2025 and 2026. Now I want to give you more examples of where we sit right now. So Moonbeam at this present time is sitting in position 114. If we look back, Matic Network, when I first covered it, was actually all the way down into the thousands. But eventually it came all the way up and it was at 115th place. And this was in January 2020, right in the midst of the bear market. And it was at position 115. You could have got it for 1 cent. Now, Matic did go on to become Polygon, and Polygon has since become one of the top cryptocurrencies in all of the space. It's currently lying in 17th spot at 69 cents. However, at one point, this was $3. So if you had gone in all the way back when Matic was at number 115, the same place where Moonbeam is right now, then essentially you would have been able to make nearly a 300x on that price. 300x. So $1,000 turned to $300,000. Similarly, Solana. Okay, so this is all the way back in January 2021. And as you can see, Solana at this point was $1.60. And it was at position 108, so outside of the top 100, but still very, very promising. This went on to be a top 10 cryptocurrency. It went on to be nearly $300. It was worth $280 at the peak. This shows you that investing at this point, even though it's just outside the top 100, could be incredible in relative terms. Because all the way back then, 73 million was a high market cap. 38 million was a high market cap. But compared to these days, that is a micro cap. All right, so that means that in relative terms, over the course of time, where Moonbeam sits right now is pretty much exactly the same as where Matic and Solana sat once upon a time 2 years ago in the midst of the bear market. So now opens up an opportunity, or now between now and the halving. So this is an opportunity I think is giant in cryptocurrency, and I think there's going to be multiple opportunities to be able to buy into it. Now, what we may see in the short term is a slight pump, because we can see that the Dixie, essentially the US dollar, is going down. When the dollar was going up, cryptocurrencies were getting flushed. When the dollar was going up, this is where Bitcoin found its latest bottom in the 25k zone. Okay, so now that the dollar is going down, this could represent a good short-term opportunity for Moonbeam, hence why I believe the price of Moonbeam is going up right now. However, don't panic. I think that over the course of time, with patience, the price will go down. Similarly, patience applies when you're hoping for a great entry point. So people say, Suppoman, when is a 10x going to happen? A 100x going to happen? Okay, they tend to happen when you are patient. So for instance, if you held Matic or if you held Solana back here, then if you were patient and didn't sell at a 2x or a 5x or a 10x or a 50x, you would have been able to hold on and benefit from 100, 200 or 300x. So Solana, near enough 200x from this point. Matic, near enough 300x from this point. So buying in the midst of a bear market at the same point at which these two prices existed for Polygon and Solana presents the best opportunity to make gains, because if you buy before the bullishness returns, this is where you make life-changing money. And if you look at the price, $1.60 for Solana and 1.4 cents for Matic. And this reminds me of Moonbeam. Moonbeam is similar to the price of Solana, and if you add a couple of zeros, it's similar to the price of Polygon. So where it stands right now is essentially where Polygon and Solana were sitting in the midst of the bear market. But again, I think this could go down. I think this could lose maybe even 4/5 of its value. And if it does, I'm going to buy more. But one of the strategies that I have recommended is putting $1,000 every month, depending on how much money you've got. Obviously, if you've got lots of money, then you may want multiples of that. If you are not have that much money, then you want divisions of that 1,000 that you put in every month, and essentially dollar cost average, because sometimes you're going to catch tops. Like today, you may, or in the very near future, you may be catching a top at maybe $2, and then at other occasions, you're going to be catching a bottom at maybe 75 cents. And over the course of time, you bring your average down. I am personally going to be making bulk buys at certain price points, and mainly under $1, and the biggest are going to come the more under $1 it goes. So I hope that you enjoyed what you learned about Moonbeam, and I hope that if you're not even interested in Moonbeam, that you are using this same kind of analysis to look at other opportunities that you may be exploring for the long term. There are many cryptocurrencies in the smart contract ecosystem looking to be the Ethereum killer. But in my opinion, Moonbeam has the technological aptitude to be able to actually rival Ethereum versus a lot of other pretenders. And at the same time, Moonbeam also has amongst one of the best multiplier potential gains to catch up with Ethereum. And if you're looking at other maybe EVM compatible blockchains, there are fewer divisibles from the price of Ethereum than Moonbeam is. Moonbeam is only a 700th the price of Ethereum today, therefore giving such incredible opportunity for it. If you love the sound of Moonbeam, let me know in the comments, and if you are investing in it, make sure that you share it out so other people can benefit from what you know too. Till next time, people, I've been the Suppoman, you have been incredible, and I'll see you next time. It is lights out, all out.